What's happening, yo? You're showing these festival chumps how to drive for real. You want to test yourself on the open road? You should swing by our new place in the hills in Gladstone. Look for the cell tower. We there. It's on your map if you get lost.
Hey, I'm Kev, Mr. Car, and welcome to the final part of my look at the Forza Horizon demo. And yeah, we've got one final event to do. We've got a street race, because we're going to show these festival chumps what we're made of. And we're in the Mitsubishi Lancer driving over to that event. We don't drive in the Mustang, even though we won it in the Mustang versus Mustang Challenge. As we're going flat out down these roads, going to get some near misses going here, and there's some flashing in front. Oh, we've been flashed.
Hey, you've just found our Horizon speed trap. We've placed these all over Colorado. Whenever you see one, drive past it as fast as you can. We'll save your fastest speed at each one.
Oh, so we got to go as fast as we can through the speed cameras. Quite the opposite than what we do here in England, where you've got to go as slow as possible through the speed cameras, I think, because I don't listen to the GPS and whack the post there. And I turned around again to try and go faster this way, but it didn't actually work. I was a bit slower, actually. And as you can see, we've got over a mile to the place, actually 2 miles, I think, with the way we're going at this again. So I'm going to talk about my final thoughts on the Forza Horizon demo, and to start off with the map and the graphics. And I have to say, the map is huge. Even though in the demo you're only doing one tiny part of it, it takes some time getting around it, about 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I think, if you go around the outside perimeter to do this section of the map. And that's great. It's a great amount of map to explore, even though it's only a tiny amount of it. And the graphics, just look at it. It's wonderful, isn't it? It just looks gorgeous, especially the nighttime effects. I think here you've got the sunset going here as we go into a sunset road race or street race, and you can see it just transitions well with the night, and it's beautifully integrated. I have to say, well done to the developers on that. In the demo, at least, in the full game, it's just as good. And talking more about the map as well, you got the nice differences. You got the countryside, you got a bit of a city, even though you don't really explore the city in the demo. You can see it here, as you can see, and there's nice differences. You got the roads, you got the tarmac, and then you got the off-road as well. There's some nice off-road routes, especially on that first event. So I accidentally hit someone. Well, I say accidentally, I think I meant to hit someone, just see what they would do, but they seem like they do nothing. So yeah, nice variety in the terrain, in the map, even, and quite a big portion to explore, even though it's a tiny bit of the map, so you can really get a scope of how big the actual map is in the game. And you can see if you go off into an unauthorized section of the map, you just get turned back around and face the right way. As we're at the festival place now, so the map and the graphics really great in the demo. Great section to explore, and the graphics look wonderful as well. As we do a miserable fail at a handbrake turn there, but we've made it to the event.
You've got my attention. Now you need my respect. Show me what you got.
I'm going to show you what I've got in a 2013 Viper GTS, the cover car of Forza Horizon, I believe. And nice little intro here, heads to the presentation. And I'm going to expand it in my final thoughts on the Forza Horizon demo. But before that, I'm going to talk a bit about the gameplay. Did this take me a couple of goes to get this gameplay? As I was finishing last by miles in the previous race, I was just hitting cars, making stupid mistakes. I do make some in this race as well, but I thought it had an exciting finish, so I thought I'd put this underneath while I give my final thoughts on the Forza Horizon demo. I didn't talk about the AI on the road. It's as what you expect. It's road legal. They stop when they're turning off. They carry on when they want. They go at a moderate speed. So AI on the road, very good. AI in racing, seeing as we're doing that now. Yeah, they're very good as well. There's a challenge on insane. You really have to learn to get fast. I'm not fighting for the win immediately. I'm fighting for 4th, 5th. I'm in the midfield, and once I get better, I'll go towards the front. So the AI and the difficulty, very good, I think, and the AI in general and then in the demo has been very good. They fight fair, they don't really push you off. They stop if they see, as you can see here, they stop when they hit a car, and they don't really carry on. And so I think the AI in the demo has been very good, and as you can see, got it wrong, hit the barrier. I'm not going to fight for the podium, I dropped down to last. So next, the handling and the physics. As you can see, the Viper, very difficult handling car, and probably the most difficult handling car in the demo. You get 3 cars, you got the Mitsubishi as well, which is probably the smoothest handling car because it's all-wheel drive, and then you got the Ford Mustang, which is my favourite handling car, and you get the sliding, it's a very tail-happy car, and I do like it. You got these differences in handling between the cars as well, which they've carried over from Forza 4, and the handling is not the same as Forza 4. It's slightly easier to pick up and drive, but it's still very good. It's very good for a driving game. It's not a racing game, remember. It's not like Forza, even though you do races. It's mostly just about driving because you've got that free roam aspect to the game, and I do like the handling model for Forza Horizon. I think it's very good, and I do like how they've carried over some aspects of Forza 4, but they've made it their own handling model. As you can see, I finished last. I thought I picked the Shelby, but we got the exact same time, and I finished last, which was annoying. So after this, you go into the Rivals event, and that transitions nicely into game modes. So you got 3 game modes, and then after each game mode, you got a rival challenge, of course, and then you've also got the speed cameras. You got the speed test, as you can see, getting the highest speed past the speed camera. Then there's kind of a speed trap test where you do it in a little section where the speed camera starts and then speed camera at the end. So you got to do it in that section to see your average speed, so you can get the highest average speed. And I do like how there's lots to do in the demo. There's also discount signs to hit as well. Roads to explore. I think I got up to 15 roads to explore and 15 discount signs to hit. So there's lots to do in the demo. And then of course you got free roam, which has got no time limit, so you can just enjoy driving these roads forever. So I find that brilliant. There's so much to do in the demo, and it carries on. You think you've done something, then you can do something else, and it adds into the Rivals challenge. I do like, I've talked about it in the last video, I do like this, how it's immediately after a race you can test yourself against your friends. And from what I've heard about the full game, it's just gonna add to that multiplayer aspect of driving around in packs with your friends and really challenging your friends. And I find the multiplayer as well as the game modes, I do like the different type of game modes, racing to play, the street races, the off-road, the rush event. So I do like the events, I like the variety, I do like the immediateness of challenging your friends. I do like just every part of the game modes in the demo, and I'm sure I'm going to like it in the full game as well. Driving, different driving views, not that many, but I don't mind. It's got cockpit view, that's what I normally drive in, so I can't really fuss about the driving views, that there's not that many, but as it's got cockpit view, that's all I care about. So not many driving views, but it's got the one that I really care about, and so I like it. And it looks nice in the cockpit view. You can see the nice detailing in the car. I can see through the wing mirrors. I don't have to bother about looking over to. You can see the side view mirrors, so that's nice. I do like the look of the driving wheels, even if there's not a great variety of them. And finally, did the demo achieve what as the teaser to the full game, what it wanted? Did it want me to get the game? Well, I pre-ordered the game, so I think it did achieve what it set out to do, and I am much more excited for the full game, which comes out on the 23rd of October. I think that's in America. I think it comes out differently all over the world, of course, so it might come out differently in Europe. And after you've done the events, you got free roam. So I hope you enjoyed my final thoughts on the demo. So till next time, cheerio.